let's listen a little more of what this utopian dystopia is really going to be all about in New York, because it's costing you about $7 billion right now for free buses and free childcare, just so you know, and we're adding it up as we go.
We've put forward an economic plan that would raise actually $10 billion to not only pay for our agenda, but start to Trump-proof our city. And we do so in two...
Oh my God.
Oh, we're going to Trump-proof our city with $10 billion?
Here we go.
Let's see how are you going to raise that $10 billion?
And what does Trump-proofing mean? Douchebag.
Yeah, I would like to know what Trump-proofing means.
I mean, it is political class warfare. It is everybody against Trump. That's just why they have used Trump in the New York mayoral race. They have done nothing but Trump bad, orange man bad, all this shit. That, you know, that's fine if you hate the guy. I mean, you really should probably learn more than listening to the talking points of everybody in the media and everybody in the, you know, Democrat Party, you know, talking about him, and really find out, you know, I mean, he's not perfect. He's not the greatest thing in the world, but I'll tell you, he's not nearly as bad as you people think. Does he do some stupid shit? Does he do some questionable shit? Oh, yeah, and we call him out. But this whole thing of Trump proofing, I mean, I'm really, really getting fucking sick and tired of hearing the Trump shit, dude.
Well, you know,
you have anything on your own?
You know who coined that?
Who was that?
I'll give you one guess.
Nancy.
No.
Hillary.
No, it's...
Oh, who coined that?
It was Gavi. It was Gavi.
Gavi did. I was working my way down, and I didn't want to go all the way into the gutter.
Yeah, it was Gavi. Our good friend Gavi.
Oh, yeah. Gavi.
Yeah, protect policies against...
Oh, my God. Palisades totally burned down, but hey, you know what? We're going to build this back.
And we're going to Trump-proof it.
We're going to Trump-proof it.
So I had to look it up because I wanted to know what Trump-proofing exactly meant. And it's basically to protect policies against change by a future Donald Trump administration.
Oh, my God.
That sounds fucking stupid if you ask me.
That sounds fascist to me.
Yeah, it does.
Doesn't it? Oddly enough.
It's so beautiful. It is so beautiful.
The irony is dripping.
The irony is just bursting.
Oh my God.
Out of the seams right now, dude.
You dumbasses voted in exactly who you were trying to protect yourselves from.
Oh my God.
You fucking morons.
Dude, that just slapped me in the face like a fucking burrito. Holy shit, dude.
Let's listen to how much more it's going to cost for your free stuff. Because this is classic. It's classic.
Key ways. We match New York State's top corporate tax rate to that of New Jersey at 11.5%. That raises $5 billion. And we increase...
Does it until people don't want to pay that and then move their corporations out of your tax jurisdiction. Eventually, they're going to leave. You might be able to get it for the first year or so until the corporations say, you know what, we're moving our headquarters elsewhere.
Yep.
This guy is just so short-sighted. You have to, okay, so I always question this because people are saying, God, man, this guy is a real idiot. I mean, he doesn't think shit through. He doesn't know anything about this. I sit there and I question, well, wait a minute. Maybe he does know all of this, and this is the exact plan they want. Put it so bad that nobody's paying into it, that the government will have to be the only thing that'll take care of you, and you will be reliant and dependent on the government. And then they control you, because what the government giveth, the government can take away.
Yeah, it might be part of the long con,
That's what I'm thinking.
And it might be a way to get those billion-dollar corporations to move out of New York.
Right.
And so then it frees up a lot more room for him to bring his buddies in from across the pond there and
Oh,
and start setting up shop.
yeah. It's a
And then
takeover.
then
I'm
taking
telling you.
over, then putting them in governmental seats, and then slowly trickling in the takeover.
Alex Soros is buddying up with him. He's the one that's been funding him, like they said on the Andy Frisella podcast. It's that they are getting their donations from 60% outside of New York City, and a lot of that probably coming from the Soros family. And we know how they are
Yeah.
in funding the open society, no borders. Really sticking it to Trump and sticking it to corporations and sticking it to everybody. This
What they're
is
doing is sticking it to the American people, and
they're
we're
sticking it to
fucked
the American.
because of it.
They're America last, dude. They are fucking America last, and that's all they want, and that's all they care about. And I'm pissed, and that's why I'm saying the F bomb more than we usually are trying to do, trying to be a little bit better, not be so bad. But you know what? Sometimes it's warranted, and this is one of those times, right?
Yeah.
So this was a little bit more, and we'll move on to the next couple ones. I got a few more shorts to listen to, but people need to know what this guy really is all about. And he has got to be stopped.
Increase personal income taxes on the top 1% of New Yorkers. These are New Yorkers who make $1 million a year or
Here we
more,
go. Tax
and we
the rich
increase it by
again.
just 2%, $20,000, which is effectively a rounding error when you're making that much money. And those things together with good government reforms raise $10 billion a year.
He's pulling numbers out of his ass.
He is, along with other good government reforms. Come on, man.
Like what, dude?
Like what? Tell me what?
And you
What
don't
is the reform that's gonna sustain $10 million just flow in
Oh my God. Well,
on your budget?
here's the thing he doesn't understand, because he's never run a business. He's never had employees. He's never done anything where he's had to work a day in his damn life, because his parents gave him fucking everything, including his outlook on life and his political stance on everything. Okay. This guy has no clue that people who make money want to pay less legally, as they're able to do, in taxes.
Well, look at Trump.
Yeah.
He skirted he has dug so deep into the tax law,
Yeah.
that basically they pay him to make money.
He takes advantage of the laws they wrote in for themselves and everybody else, but only those who are in the know really know.
And you don't think other millionaires and or billionaires take pages out of that book?
You're going to raise my taxes because I make $1 million or more. You're going to take more money out of my account because I make that kind of money. You don't think I'm going to figure out a way to not make that much money anymore, or to move away from this, or to I was willy-nilly. I'll continue. I'll be glad to have you take another couple $100,000 or $1 million out of my taxes for your fucking city, so all the homeless people can live on the free buses.
Well, that's the thing he said. He says another $20,000. It's like a rounding error. Really?
Nobody has a $20,000 rounding error, dipshit.
Dude, I'll tell you what, dude. The people that make the most money keep the closest eye on their fucking money.
Why
and
do you think they pay their accountants so much?
Exactly. It's not like they're not gonna miss an extra
$20,000 rounding error.
20 grand. Oh, we must have rounded wrong.
I'll just write that off. Really?
That's the thing. You don't think that they're gonna write off even more shit? It's like, oh well, I'm sorry, I'm out of that bracket because I only made $999.999.08. That's I didn't make $1 million.
Yeah.
Sorry. Go
Maybe
knock on someone else's
pennies.
door, and you fucking
Isn't
idiot.
it amazing how a couple pennies would be the difference between, I'm just throwing 20 grand, for example.
I know.
Fuck, I'd be writing shit off too. Absolutely.
And ultimately what that does is not just provide for the economic agenda we've been running on to center working people at the heart of our politics, but also deliver a city with excellent public services. And when I speak to wealthy New York,
excellent public services.
That is the epitome of oxymoron. Emphasis on moron.
That's the thing. I mean, we called it. I mean, it is going to be, it's going to be home for the homeless. And you can't tell me
Yeah.
that is an excellent
And immigrants
transportation system.
that
It's
nobody's going to ride in their right mind.
I mean, people are going to die, man. I mean, that's not funny, but we've seen it already.
Yeah.
Cycles get crazy on public transit. Cycles get crazy anywhere. But
Yeah.
you start making some of these services free, and you're just asking for it to happen. You are putting a match on that fire in your own city.
Yeah. I mean, it's bad enough you have turnstile jumpers that don't pay to get on the subways or something like that.
That's been happening for years, but I mean,
you put it where there's no turnstiles at all. What are you
taking out the turnstiles? Yeah. Everybody's just free to walk in and walk out whenever they want.
That's why I'm wondering if this is all purposely planned out. Guarantee it is.
But it's like the Epstein files. You know, they promise we're going to get them, promise we're going to release them.
Yeah.
This is never going to. There's no way this can come to fruition.
Yeah.
There's no way.
No. This is just unbelievable.
I hear so often that concern around quality of life. And while I respect the dozen or so writers who make up the New York Times editorial board, I also know that their own panel of experts recommended our campaign as the leading campaign when addressing housing and quality of life.
Oh my God. Anybody, are you still buying this bullshit, people? Are you still buying this bullshit?
If you're buying this bullshit, you need to find a new therapist.
I got to go through a couple more of these real quick because
let's rip through a couple more.
Yeah, because you got to see what this guy is. So I have a few more shorts, and you can kind of get an idea of what this guy really is like. I mean, he's definitely pulling the wool. I'm telling you, and you gotta keep an eye out on what he's doing, what he's saying, and where he comes from. And I mean, everything's a crisis. Shit. This is whatever.
Yeah. New York is suffering from a crisis, and it's called halalflation.
Okay, by the way, halal. Every food cart when we visited last year was halal ready or halal approved or halal this, that, and the other.
Oh, is that their
every freaking hot dog cart? And there were a lot more Middle Eastern type food carts and all these stuff, but everything had to be halal approved.
Is that like kosher?
It's like kosher, but for Muslims.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Basically, I don't know exactly.
Wow.
Maybe you can look it up as we're going through these. But
yeah.
I didn't notice one food cart, and we were all around Times Square, all around Rockefeller Center, all around all these places. And every food cart I noticed, halal approved or halal whatever. And you're just like, oh my God, it's the chisel. It's the chisel. I'm telling you.
It is.
Zohran Mamdani's mix of relatability and an unscripted style, focused on issues like the cost of living, helped catapult him to victory in the New York City mayoral Democratic primary this summer.
I'm freezing.
Smiley face.
You're right.
Look at this bullshit.
That's the next mayor of New York City. Let's plunge into the details.
And it set a blueprint for campaigning,
you're targeting
an online electorate.
Okay.
We got on a Zoom call with his communications director to understand how.
The style is downstream from the substance. Unless you have a message and an agenda that is directly relevant to people's lives, it's not going to work.
Epstein looks back at one video as a breakthrough moment.
I vote for Trump.
Me too.
For us, that was a viral moment. You know, we had, I think, a few 100,000 views on Twitter, you know, maybe 10, 15,000 likes on Instagram. That would be a low performing post for us at this time. But at that point, a year ago, Zohran was barely polling at 1%.
Epstein says Mamdani's unique background, the son of a Bollywood filmmaker who dabbled with SoundCloud rapping, prepared him for the moment.
Dude, get into the gym. Get to the gym a little bit. You need a little bit of muscle mass on that frame of yours, but that's just a sound advice, maybe.
An incredible asset for anybody seeking to run for office is bravery in the face of embarrassment.
Mamdani's primary victory has sparked a wave of imitators, including Mamdani's rival Andrew Cuomo.
I want to say imitation is the sincerest form of flattery.
It goes on. Let's get to the next one because there's more. There's a lot more. But this guy is just...
While you're checking that out, I found this.
Halal.
Yeah.
What is our good friend Halal all about?
There you go. Can you see it? Oh, you have to. Yeah, there
we
you go. So, Arabic,
because I'm on my small screen, so you'll have to
yeah,
read it.
Arabic word meaning permissible, and refers to food that is allowed under Islamic law.
Why do we give a shit that everything has to be under Islamic law for our food carts, for example? I'm fine if you have a food cart that is that and that alone, and that's great, and you have maybe several of them. But why do the hot dog carts all feel they have to have halal approved food and everything else?
Maybe so they can expand their customer base. But I mean, pork and alcohol are strictly prohibited. So what are you making your hot dogs out of?
Chicken, maybe.
Beef. Well, yeah, I mean, here's the thing. I mean, are they gonna wrap that into like what is it like when a restaurant you had the food commission come in?
Oh, right.
What is it called? The
health inspector.
Yeah, the health inspector. Is the health inspector going to have to start checking for
halal approved? Everything?
Halal approved.
So we have to check for kosher approved and check for halal approved. I'm like, oh my god.
Your restaurant has to be halal approved. Watch.
Oh yeah. Well, the carts are the beginning.
Yeah. And I'm sure that they're just doing it for now to expand their customer base.
Yeah.
But watch. It's going to turn into something ugly.
Oh yeah.
Anyway,
that's why I mentioned it. It's just unreal.
Continue.
Yep.
How are we all feeling? You know, I am so heartened by being here, and it's good to see our favorite hecklers are here with us as well. I want you to be able to afford the city too, my brother. I want you to be able to call the city home too, my brother. I appreciate.
Did you notice the crowd? This is what we talked about before. Muslim dude here, Muslim woman here, all these people. And I don't have a problem with that, but until they get to a point where they get emboldened and all of that, this is where I start having an issue, because they don't respect us and our beliefs and our way of life and what we want and live and let live. And once they get to a certain point, a certain percentage of the population is Muslim, all of a sudden shit changes, and you can see it right here. The emboldenedness of these people. Now, again, not all Muslims are like this. There are a lot of really good people who are Muslim. I'm talking about Islamists, people who prefer you to die or convert to Islam.
Yeah.
Those are your two choices. That's what I have an issue with. So let's listen a little more of this, and then we'll get a couple more.
I want you to be able to call the city home too, my brother. I appreciate you being here.
Bullshit spot.
We stand together with a vision of a city that has room for every political opinion.
Really? Except for Republican or Trumpism, if you will.
Right.
Right.
What's a moment from the past year that's reminded you of how beautiful or powerful politics can be?
Oh my God.
The other night, we were canvassing taxi drivers at LaGuardia Airport.
Were you?
And I ran into Richard Chow, a taxi driver that I went on a 15-day hunger strike with in 2021 together.
That I went on a 15-day hunger strike with. Did you?
For what?
And if you actually did, what is the point? What are you doing? This guy's so full of shit.
Are we supposed to be impressed by that? Because I tell you what, you say why, and I bet you the majority of Americans are going to be like, what the fuck?
Oh, yeah.
Why did you do that?
This guy is, he may have gone for 3 days, if anything, but I guarantee he didn't do 15. Guaranteed.
What year did that say?
2021? Let me see, go back.
a taxi driver that I went on a 15-day hunger strike with in 2021.
Yeah.
Together, alongside the New York Taxi Workers Alliance, we won $450 million in debt relief. We won a city-backed guarantee such that lenders could not take drivers' homes if they weren't able to make their payments.
Yep.
And to see the way in which his life and the life of so many was transformed, it reminded me of why we do this. And to see the fact that at 67 years old, he still has to drive a cab 7 days a week, even after all of that, shows.
Well, maybe he chooses to. Maybe there's a purpose in his life to want to do that. And if you stop working and you have no purpose anymore, why not just die at that point? That's what happens to a lot of people. You know, and a lot of this is great idea and great message. And, you know, yeah, I agree. They shouldn't be taking their homes if they can't afford it or whatever. And something happens like that. Great. But the way you're going about it, never explained in detail how that works.
Yeah.
Oh, no, that's right. You sue the city and get $450 million in the debt relief lawsuit. Well, who gets that money? Where'd that money go? And did it go to this guy, the 67-year-old cab driver?
Hell
Some
no.
of it, whatever, you know what I mean?
Hell no.
Yeah.
I mean, why we have to keep fighting.
What's a policy that is considered by some to be radical that you think should be completely normal?
Universal childcare.
Yeah.
Universal child. So I am supposed to pay out of my taxes that I make working my ass off now that my kids are grown up, for example.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm supposed to continue paying for the rest of my life everybody else's kids who people made the decision to have children or, had an accident and had children. And I'm supposed to continue to pay for everybody else's child care and everything else, and then all of my expenses for the rest of my life because it's universal child care. Why not have as many kids as you want, as long as you can afford to provide all of this shit for them yourself? If you can't, you shouldn't have kids, probably, in a smart financial aspect of life.
Yeah.
Well, I'm allowed to have as many kids. No, excuse me. Not as long as you're asking for me to pay for your children. You don't have that right anymore to just have kids willy-nilly.
No,
you're
because
being an asshole.
Then you're being an asshole. Yeah, but because I'm the one who's going to end up paying for it. Jackass.
If you can't afford your children, you shouldn't have more. That's just why I hate welfare and having a $500 more a month or $1,000, whatever it is now. Oh, she had another child and she was already on welfare. Therefore, we need to give her another $1,000 a month. Oh, 9 months later. Oh, she just had yet another child out of wedlock. And now she's got another thing. So now this woman is making $3,000 or $4,000 a month on your dime and my dime, and continues to pump out 6 or 7 kids that she can't handle and can't, that grow up to be delinquents and on the street and getting gangs and who knows what else.
Yeah, and she can't work because I have too many kids. I can't work. I can't afford daycare.
Yeah, and then she makes the older kids raise the younger kids because she doesn't want to do it. Oh, give benefit of the doubt. Okay, so she's raising all the children and all that. So she's a baby factory to make money. Yeah. In and of itself is horrifically wrong on the premise.
We all believe in this city and across much of this country that
I can't listen to any more of this shit. I mean, this is just unbelievable. So, there's another one where he gets visibly frustrated in another interview. Here is our good friend from Sky News in Australia. She's awesome. You'll recognize her in a second here. Talking about this whole thing with
Barney was eager to lean into the racial politics during his victory speech. Listen to him just recounting racial stereotypes here.
I speak of Yemeni bodega owners and Mexican abuelas.
America first, buddy.
Senegalese
there you go.
taxi drivers and Uzbek nurses. Trinidadian line cooks and Ethiopian aunties.
Oh my God.
What about the Irish, or the Italian pizza maker, or the Irish pub owner, or it's always all of these other people. And I'm not saying it has to be white either, but I mean, per se, but we always seem to be missed in this whole setup.
Well, the majority of the people that he's talking about, I mean, weren't born here.
We came here for a better life, and actually wanted to be Americans and not be their own people, and then take over an area of the city and call it their own country.
Assimilation, I think, is one of the hugest step toward becoming an American.
Yeah.
Okay. Whether you're trying to do it on paper, or you're trying to do it with work visa or residency, or however you're trying to do it. If you're trying to do it the right way, I believe that assimilation is a huge step, a gigantic step.
Right.
And if you're not doing that, then you don't belong here. You don't even belong here to wait.
Why are you here
for your paper? Yeah. Why are you here?
So if I wanted to move to France, let's just say, I don't want to move to France, but if I wanted to move to France, I would probably want to learn the language so I can get along with people and be able to speak and not expect everybody to bow to me.
Sure.
In my language preferences. Although in Europe, a lot of people do want to learn to speak English because it's kind of a universal language. So you don't have to learn every single country's language and not be able to communicate. So you kind of have a singular language. And so everybody learns it. We were just in Croatia and we got along great. I wanted to learn some Croatian, and we learned a few little phrases and stuff like that out of respect. And plus I wanted to.
Sure.
But most people spoke English, and we had no problem getting around, communicating, getting this where or the other where and everywhere. It was awesome. But if I wanted to live there, or France, or Belgium, or wherever, I would want to be a part of that community. I would want to say, I moved here because I love the culture. I love the aspect of it, the way of life, whatever it is. And I wouldn't want to sit here and say, nope, I dubbed this ground part of America, and I'm sovereign. I'm not going to learn your language. I'm not going to do it, but I expect you to bow down to me and give all of your tax dollars to help me out. I need housing. I need things, and I'm calling this ground America.
And
that doesn't happen.
Yeah, and I will fight you tooth and nail on your communist, governmental ways. Do you understand how freaking stupid that sounds?
Oh yeah.
Yet we allow it here.
Right.
Day by day by day. Day by day by day by day.
Chiseling it out.
It's ridiculous.
Yeah. Now, most of these people he's talking about came here for a better opportunity and want to assimilate and all that shit. And he's trying to put them all together. But he only talks about immigrants. He only talks about these other people. And it sucks that he can't appreciate the country he and his parents moved to 30 whatever years ago.
Yeah, notice he didn't mention the hard-working, still working Irish guy.
Yeah. Doesn't mention any of the Jews who are how big? 40% of the population in New York? Something like that?
Or more.
Or New York City, 40 to 60. There's a lot. But he doesn't mention them, oddly enough. Really weird that a Muslim would say that. So I'm not surprised. Yeah.
Yes, aunties.
And Zoran Mamdani proved to us all that he's not some dangerous commie by starting his victory speech by quoting a commie. Yes, New York, you suicidally stupid lunatics. What have you done?
Weird how they can see it everywhere else in the world.
Oh, I love her so much.
She's awesome. I love her.
The sun they have set over our city this evening. But as Eugene Debs once said,
there you go.
I can see the dawn of a better day for humanity.
No, you can't.
For as long as we can remember, the working people of New York have been told by the wealthy and the well-connected that power does not belong in their hands.
Please show me where that's ever been a quote.
Does not belong in their hands. I mean, if you can't see, if you can't read between the lines, he's literally just told you right there.
Yeah.
He's going to take all the power out of your hands.
Yeah.
And he's going to act like the government is this nice little nest that you and your loved ones,
cradle to grave, baby.
Just you go cuddle up in, and then guess what?
Yeah, this guy again.
It's ridiculous.
He is the biggest wolf in sheep's clothing you have ever seen, and you better wake up to this bullshit because this is just the tip of the iceberg.
The wealthy and the well-connected, they're the ones that were backing you, including billionaire George Soros and his failed son, Alex. Talk about unearned privilege and power.
Freaking nailed it. I mean, she freaking nailed it right there.
Yeah.
And then here are a couple of people on the street, because you only get the spoon-fed media narrative on the street, but you get an independent reporter coming out and talking to the actual people on the street, and this is the type of stuff you get in your interviews of real people in New York.
What do you think will happen in New York City if and when Mamdani is potentially elected?
I mean, dude, it can be, I don't like using terms of hyperbole or exaggeration, but it can be as bad as people think it can be, okay? You are talking about someone who is targeting the 1% or the 2%, or even folks that are making just $1 million a year. I'll break that down for you. 80% of millionaires in New York and in the entire United States are self-made. It's one thing if he's only targeting the billionaires and then you have a good faith dispute. He's targeting folks that believed and bought into the American dream and are nothing but value add producers to New York City. They help out their communities, they feed their employees, they feed their families, and the 1% of New Yorkers gives 48% of New York City's tax base. So if he's pushing these folks out, and again, setting the billionaires aside, self-made millionaires who are employing hardworking folks, if he pushes them out and continues the mass exodus of folks leaving to Florida, there won't be any tax base to fund all these projects, these utopian projects, these pie-in-the-sky projects
there we go.
that he is telling and lying to everyone that he says he'll fund. There will be dust in his hands.
Are free buses worth getting rid of the rich here?
Absolutely not. Look, there's good faith debate that you guys can have as to whether free buses and free subways and free transportation can come. Obviously, that term free is loaded. But the way he is proposing it by demonizing certain classes and certain sects and certain factions who are only value-producing folks in New York City is what we call a demagogue, is what we call a charlatan. He is a fraud. He has been demonstrated as a fraud at every iteration throughout his entire campaign.
There you go. I mean, Jesus.
I mean, that literally sums up exactly what we're saying about this guy. And, you know, and I was thinking that there was, you know, because we do have a lot. But, and I mean, we can do a part 2 on this.
Well, I might break this up into 2 parts because it's 2 hours long right now.
Yeah. I mean, but, you know, to kind of wrap up, you know, that really kind of brings it down to brass tacks. And I mean, you know, I think it was foolish for the voters that voted for him to vote for him and not have seen, you know, the wolf in sheep's clothing here, or, you know, or seen the lies, or when he even, like, you know, the stuff that he said, like, yeah, we're gonna take the power out of your hands, like that kind of stuff. I mean, it really shows, you know, what kind of person this guy is. And there's no way that, you know, these, you know, flimsy, this utopian dream is going to be funded on these, you know, these,
on the backs of the millionaires.
Yeah. The backs of the millionaires and these flimsy ideas that he has.
Yeah. I mean, I've got these articles from several different sources. This was USA Today, and there's several others. I think the BBC had actually a pretty good article on him, but he stands on rent and housing, and he wants to do all this stuff and rent stabilized tenants and shit like that. Public transportation. I was like, oh my God, again, we keep saying this, and he keeps pushing this free buses and free, and it's going to go to the subways. It's just going to be mobile homes for the homeless because they're just going to live on those and all of that. And this guy is just such a charlatan is the best way to call it. He is just a charlatan. The BBC has this stuff about, all about him. He was born in Uganda and Muslim faith. It's very important that they have to state that he's of Muslim faith. And if you're not paying attention and you don't think that that's anything that, little, fly by night type of thing, they're just mentioning that, No, that's vitally important.
It's vitally important.
There are some videos in here. I can't remember if we showed it in our first part that I'm going to edit back in here later, but did we show the prayer in Times Square?
We didn't show the video. Mentioned it, but didn't show the video.
Okay. I'm going to see if I can try to find that. And so we can keep talking. But the Muslim faith is a very important aspect of this whole thing that he's talking about. And just to show all of that and to say to people, look, this is it's more than just he happens to be of Muslim faith. Right. He is pushing a group of people, aka Muslims, Muslim Brotherhood, I don't know who it is, to be emboldened to do whatever they want. They are working with impunity. And they think that they're emboldened. They can go out and just set up hundreds of people or 100 people, whatever it is, in the middle of Times Square to put their prayer mats down and pray and have that call to prayer blasting on loudspeakers in the middle of Times Square. But again, we can't put a nativity scene down in the middle of City Hall during Christmas.
Well, I think that, that's the scary thing is
I do want to show this video here too.
Oh yeah, I found a couple images. But that's kind of a scary thing because, you're giving them control of this, this city, and we've said this before. Well, I've said this before on the cast. I believe we've become too woke, and pussified as a society to say no and put our foot down.
Yeah. Yep.
So that's it is going to lead to some disastrous shit, and you can say that. Oh, well, there was no way we could have known that. But look back to the Rude Barn because we're saying it right now.
Yeah.
November 7th at 1340. That's when we said it.
Yep.
It's going to be ridiculous.
It's going to be ridiculous. And we're going to have a rude awakening very, very, very soon. In the other part we'll do is the Melanie King, who we showed before, with the Dinesh D'Souza in interviewing the imam. Also has later on talking about that Texas city that is all now Muslim, Sharia law run, and nobody can come in there. America, we can't. You and I could not drive into this little city, but they can drive into our town, go to our Targets, go to our Costco's, go to wherever. You know what I mean? And it's totally fine there. But listen to this. This is what this guy was before. This is only a minute long. This is what he was before he started to get popular, and this kind of shows the nightmare that was just voted in as New York City's next mayor. This guy is so about immigrants over Americans. It's unbelievable.
So Donald Trump, since I know you're watching, I have 4 words for you. Turn the volume up.
This is who you just voted in. Building bridges. Oh, here it is.
There you go.
There you go. This was in Times Square. What was it? A couple days ago? A couple nights ago?
Yeah, a couple nights ago. Monday night? I think
Yeah,
it was,
that's
or
not a
Tuesday
video,
night?
is it?
No, it's just a photo. But
So when we say they did this, there you go. That's not AI.
No, that's kind of the thing. So,
be careful what you wish for. Oh, that's right. Too late.
Yeah, be careful what you wish for. Yeah. Careful what you vote for.
Yeah, careful what you vote. Oh, that's right. Too late. Anyway, all we could do is hope that he actually tries to do good for the city. But my gut is telling me that's not going to be quite exactly what's going on.
Yeah. I mean, we can only hope for kind of a King Kong situation or a Ghostbusters situation at this point.
Exactly.
Because that's going to be better than what's going to happen here in the next few
King
years.
Kong versus Godzilla.
Yeah. With this guy.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it's just, geez, this guy. I'm telling you, people, you got to wake up and realize what's going on. So, but give us some comments, like, subscribe, share, especially subscribe. Let people know what's going on. We appreciate you. Hope we entertain you a little bit. But don't forget to check out therudebarn.etsy.com. This is our store. Got some new stuff up there. Got some new hoodies with our RB logo. We got Question Everything, alien shirts, all that going on. So check all this out. Proceeds go to help our show. We don't make much on it. We just like to have some fun with it. And everything. So please check it out. There's Question Everything alien shirt, the OG Question Everything shirt we had there. All that. There's a bunch of stuff. It's a lot of fun. So check that out. But we appreciate you coming on board, and we will see you guys on the next one. Have a good one.
Later, gang.